everyone, it's AJ, and today we are talking about episode 8 of Bungo Stray Dogs season 4, because it is glorious. Because we just kick off where we left the last episode with fucking Chuya just being the fucking best. Looking so glorious as he attacks Tetsu and Juno just to save the AD. Fuck yeah. Honestly, I fucking love this scene, and just like when Chuya's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna bring out this whole box of bullets and I'm just gonna spray them everywhere, it's gonna be great. Oh, and he looks so good doing it. Oh, it's just fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, and the fact that like Juno and Tetsu are just like swiping them away, and it's just like cool. It's like, oh, there's a boat. And then they're just like swiping them away like it's like wee flies, like they're just like swatting them away. Which then gives Chuya the time to like come round with the helicopter and like pick up the ADA. But I just love it. They just look so adorable as they're trying to like deflect all these bullets. So obviously Chuya to the rescue, woohoo! But technically not, in a sense, because he's only doing what he's told to do. Because AD is like, oh my god, I actually can't believe that the fucking Port Mafia has came to save us. Like, what is actually happening? And Chuya just goes, nah, yous are fucking idiots, man. Yous are idiots. Like, no, I'm only here because my boss told me to, because they made a deal with your boss. And, well, see, to save your arses, one of yous have to come join me. Woohoo! It's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, one of the AD has to go join the Port Mafia, and maybe we can become besties. Yay! Even though Chuya probably doesn't actually want that, because friends don't work for him at all. They either die, they leave him, or they betray him. It's like, I don't actually blame the boy, actually, for having, like, no close friends. That was painful. Oops, sorry. Oh, but yeah, so while like Chuya's like explaining this and looking very fine, as always. Boom! Kenji just gets stabbed right through the fucking chest as the helicopter's in the fucking air. As you do. And which just leads to Chuya swearing more, because that is like the best thing in the world. Chuya screaming and Chuya swearing. Oh, the best things in life. So Tetsu's obviously used his ability, used his sword, and just like stabbed the helicopter and just got Kenji right in the chest. Like, poor boy. Like, absolutely poor boy. So Kirakira being, well, the guy who's just like, I'm just going to take on all the hardships this season. I'm just not going to have a great time. He opens up the door to the helicopter and just goes, yes, hey guys, fix this shit. I'm going to jump out now. Bye! It's like, Kirakira, what the fuck are you doing? So he jumps out onto Tetsu. Tetsu's just like, are you in Egypt? Because I can just use my sword again to re-stab the helicopter and bring it back down. Like, did you not think this through, mate? And Kirakira went, well, Uno card, bitch, I have a scrap of paper left, and guess what's on it? I have a fucking hand grenade. Fuck you. Blows it up. And it's like, Kirakira, what the actual fuck, mate? Like, what are you doing? And yeah, so there we go. There's a lovely explosive start to the episode. That was really bad. I'm very sorry. Oh, so after that, we jump forward a couple of days. So it's 2 days later. We're back at like the wee manor house where like the hostages had happened, and crack, actually seeing Kyoka have just appeared and just like, yeah, we've been chilling in the ceiling, we've had no food and no water. We don't know how we're alive. They're exhausted because obviously they've had nothing to give them any energy, and it's like, yeah, let's just try and like survive, because Ashley's just like, I can't believe all the shit that's happened and whatnot, because obviously he's overheard the fact that Kurokida's like blowing himself up and whatnot, and like everything's just going wrong for the ADA, like even more so. Because obviously he wasn't around when the whole thing kicked off. He was stuck in the fucking ground because of fucking Nikolai. And so they end up just like walking down the street like full of people and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, do you really think that's the smartest idea? Because you're literally in public, your face is all over the tellies. Like, I don't think just nicking two wee hats and putting them over our faces is really going to stop that much. And also, you're just committed another crime. Like, you're not helping yourself. It's like, yes, we're like now basically terrorists. Let's steal some hats. Like, guys, that's not going to help you. But apparently it does, because nobody seems to notice them. Like, how? I don't know. But as you see, he's going on about like, okay, I'm like practically like hopeless, because like ADA's helped me like so many times. They saved me like time and time again, and well, I can't even return the favour. And well, Dazai just kind of appears behind him and goes, "Oh, you giving up, bitch?" It's like, wait, what? So actually, obviously turning around and being like, wait, what the fuck? Because he's now hallucinating Dazai, because obviously we know Dazai is arrested and whatnot, so there's no way he would be there. So yeah. But doesn't matter, because it perks up actually, and it seems to give him some inspiration, because it's like, well, right, so we need to find Mushi, right? Because he gave Rampo like the warning in the car and whatnot before like his whole incident. So, and we know he's alive. And it's like, right, if we find him, we can find the real murderers, and then we can help the ADA, and it will somehow get back to being normal again. As if it's going to get back to normal. Realistically, after this, fuck no. Fuck no. So, he calls in a favour, and it's just like, how the fuck is this going to work? So, he arranges to meet up with Fitzgerald. Remember Fitzgerald? Aye, he's still around. So they go and use like the Eye of God, which is obviously nice and handy and whatnot. And they're going in, and they're going up in the lift, and Ashley goes like, oh wait, shit, I smell blood. Runs out, finds Lisa, who's been attacked, and like she's just on the ground and whatnot. And she goes, no, like, you need to go save Fitz. Like, go upstairs, go fix him. And, go fix him? Go help him. So, Kyoka stays with her, and Ashley goes up just in time for, like, the fight, like, going on. And Ashley just, like, stands outside the room the whole time. Right? He's just at the window watching this happen in a fucking conference room. So, obviously, the two of them could probably see, like, in the peripheral vision, the fact that he's just standing there at the fucking window. Like, just being like, hey guys, yeah, I would like popcorn please to go with this fight, because I'm gonna do fuck all, and I'm just gonna watch his fight. So, yeah, so Fitzgerald is fighting Nathaniel. Like, do you remember Nathaniel? Yeah, well, apparently he's forgotten who Fitzgerald is, and Fitzgerald is pissed, because he's like, yeah, I was your fucking boss, bitch. And they start to have a wee mini little fight, until it gets to the point where Nathaniel has gotten something stuck in one of Fitz's tellies, monitor things, and he just goes with his bloody little hand, goes up to like an external window, holds up to, bursts it open, goes like, later, boop, and jumps out. It's like, that was the weirdest fight ever. Like, what was the point in that? This whole time, Ashley's just watching, just being like, wait, what the fuck? He actually compliments Fitzgerald on like how strong he is, because obviously Fitzgerald has money again, so he can just go like that to get his power back, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, I'll just spend 50 grand, it's fine. And like Ashley goes on about like, oh my god, I can see how strong he is, I understand now why he was the leader, and it's like, you and Adagawa defeated him like nothing, basically. Like, you're really gonna stand there and be like, oh yeah, he's so amazing. It's like, you beat him up. Like, shut up, Ashley. We got to the Port Mafia basement where Yasano, Tanizaki, and Kenji are getting held up. And, oh god, the worst thing happens. Fucking Mori appears. Fucking Mori. And he's just like, oh, so how he's liking it? I'm like, fuck off, Mori. Honestly, just fucking die. Oh god, I hate him so much. And the fact that we hear his voice first as we're watching Yasano, and her face just going like, oh fucking shit. And I'm like, girl, you just need to fucking kill him. Like, please, for the love of God, you need to kill him. So he's just coming in being like, yeah, he's all cozy, yeah. And Yasano was just like, right, no, bullshit, right, let's get to talking, right? First of all, is Kunikita okay? And it's just like, meh. And he's like, well, I don't really know too much, but I can tell you about Dazai. Somewhat. So, yeah. So, Dazai got arrested before the whole, like, hostages incident. So, yeah, he was already fucked from the beginning. So, he was, like, the first one, if that makes you feel any better. And, well, he just went from, like, person to person to person to person to person. And, frankly, I don't know where he is now. But he's definitely arrested. It's like, thanks, mate. Oh, and with that, we get, like, a wee cut to Dazai, and he's, like, got, like, headphones, and he's got, like, blindfolds, and obviously he's, like, restrained and whatnot with, like, a fuck ton of guards. And it's just funny with the headphones. I'm just thinking, what are they actually, like, blasting through them? Because surely they must be playing sounds or something like that. Because it'd be rather boring if it was just, like, just normal sound cancelling, so it was just, like, white noise. Surely it'd be funnier to actually play something. So, comment down below, what was Dazai listening to? I would really like to, like, do a wee stupid edit. And it's him listening to, like, the Chuya Screaming compilation. He's just like, that's all he's hearing. It's just, like, Chuya screaming the whole time he's travelling. Just something stupid. From that wee conversation, we cut back to actually with Fitzgerald, who's, like, trying to make agreement with him, like, trying to make a deal with him, but, like, hey, right, by the way, like, we are innocent in all this, like. And Fitzgerald's just like, yeah, so what about all the footage? How about all the evidence that's, like, against you? And that's she's just standing there. I was like, no, we didn't do it. And we're going to have an intense stare-off and whatnot. Because it's like, we need to defeat Fyodor. Like, that is just something that needs to be done. Like, he's the one that's behind all this, not us. Like, Fyodor's doing everything. It's like, Fyodor's part of this decay of angels. It's really fucking up our lives right now. So, I really need your help. And Fitzgerald's just like, yeah, you can't defeat Fyodor. You do realise this, right? And also, Fyodor's, like, locked up as well, remember? Like, remember how we organised that? Yeah, at the end of season 3? Yeah. Well, so I'm going to tell you all about this magical place. It's called Song. And that's where he's trapped in, with the lovely little golden orbs. Oh my god, I fucking love this prison, man. Oh, it's great. I love it. It just looks so nice. I love it so much. But yeah, so we're cutting to Murasong. And there's Fyodor just chilling with all these wee books. Like, where the fuck did he get all the books from? But yeah, so he's just, like, chilling, reading, and he's going, like, you know what? The Eye of God's way too powerful. That would be way too useful. Let's just kill his creator. It'll be great. Like, sorted. And then they kind of use it against me. Woohoo. And with that, like, it cuts back to, like, Fitzgerald, right? And then see the little pen thing that, like, got launched into the telly, the monitor. He goes up to it because he's just like, that thing's fucking annoying me. Touches it, and it's like, oh shit. There's blood on it. So Nathaniel's blood is on it, which obviously we know is basically poo. That's, like, the best way. It's like, yeah, it's killer blood. And he goes, yeah, I'm fucked. I can't, like, produce anything to help save myself. I am very dead. And Fyodor's just like, oh, yes, done. The book kind of starts to fall and whatnot off his wee pile, and it's like, yes, done, sorted. The ADA can't do anything against me now. That is until sprinklers appeared. Well, actually, technically, a wee other golden orb appears, and he's like, huh, a new prisoner. And then you just see his reaction just going, oh shit. So with the sprinklers, the blood is kind of washed off more, so then Fitzgerald can just touch it and he's fine. He is all good in the hood. And he's like, wait, how did you do this? How did you know about this? And she's just like, yeah, so see when I was looking after Louisa, yeah, a message came up being like, hey, put on the sprinklers. Like, no. And then we cut back to Marisol, and then it's just like, hi, it's does I never orb. Oh, I love it. They're just like chilling in their wee orbs, and then the fact that they just conveniently, like, their orbs are just like placed right next to each other, so then they can converse with each other. Just conveniently, you know, despite all the other wee orbs that are around them. Honestly, see for what happens later on, like, I feel sorry for every other inmate. They're just like, oh, for fuck's sake, can they just shut up? I wonder if they ever thought that, actually. Interesting. Dazza just boasts, obviously, about, like, how he stopped him and everything like that. And it's just like, the two little demons and, like, starting off their wee chess game, because it's like, oh, yes, now the chess battle begins about who can figure out who's doing what. It's like, yeah, this is the real game. The true winner will be decided about how you figure out stuff. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, honestly, everyone else's world is, like, deteriorating, and these two are just chilling in their fucking golden orbs. Like, nothing's going wrong. Oh, but yeah, so after their lovely reunion in prison, we cut to Angle, and like Angle's overseeing like what's happening with Tanada's like recovery and whatnot. So he's like still in a coma and whatnot after the whole incident and whatnot. And they're like, oh yeah, so he should wake up in a couple of days. And there's like two other like special division ops guys there, and they're like, how dare he go by himself? Like, oh, blah 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 blah. It's like, he's stupid going by himself. And then it's like, that was the deal with them. Like, that's what was meant to happen. We just go with that. But, like, Angle, like, doesn't really talk about, like, the ADA as such. He's just like, oh, yeah, the perpetrator did this, the perpetrator did that. Like, but obviously, we have, like, the little flashbacks to, like, the forged footage of, like, Rampo, like, attacking Tanada and whatnot. And then we get, like, a flashback to them, Tanada and Angle, because he's like, oh yeah, I wasn't really in the best terms with him. And it's just like, yeah, so see if you find the Decay of Angels, fucking kill them, bitch. I don't give a shit. Like, we just need to make sure that peace is restored and whatnot, and they are literally going to destroy that, and I will use any good guy, any good man or woman to, like, achieve that goal. And Angle's like, you even included yourself. What? Why would you do this? So, Angle just goes, right, I'm heading out. I'm going to try and sort this thing out. Keep me updated. And then just, like, walks out. And it's like, cool. So then we get to go back to Versailles with the two fucking silly demons. That's what I'm just, like, it's what they are. And see this whole fucking scene. Like, first of all, they look cute as fuck. Because they're just adorable. Because they're just being stupid. And it's brilliant. Like, their wee little goofy faces and everything like that. And the fact that, like, Fyodor kind of starts off like it's a fucking game show. It's like, hello, I am Fyodor. I am here. Like, oh, and it's like, Daza's like, wait, what? What is happening? And he's like, we're giving each other advice now? He's like, Fyodor's like, yes, thank you for, like, catching up, because you know how we can read each other's minds and whatnot, we have, like, big brain energy, we can read other people's heads and minds and whatnot. Yeah, let's do that, let's, like, help each other out with, like, some stupid trivial shit. And then Fyodor goes, is like, right, I would like to go first, please. Yeah, my subordinates are, like, lazy as fuck because they're, like, they can't do shit on their own unless I tell them to. So how can I fix that? How can I make them, like, do their own shit without me telling them to? And then Daza just goes, yeah, just become a lazy bastard like yourself, and then, like, everyone will have to pull up, because, like, if you're doing nothing, like, they need to do it. Because that's basically what Daza does. Obviously he avoids, like, all the paperwork and shit, like, in the office. It's just funny. So then it's like, right, Daza goes like, right, my turn. I profess my love to the lovely coffee lassie all the time. How can I make her fall for me? And Fyodor just goes, right, make her homeless, make her lose her job, make her family disown her, and then she'll come running to me. Like, Fyodor, I am never ever asking you for love advice. Granted, I don't think I'd ever ask you for any life advice. I don't really trust you that much for it. But, hey. And then they fucking laugh, right? And I'm happy they kept the laughter in, because see, when they didn't keep Dazai laughing in season 1, I'm still not over that. He should have been laughing at fucking Chuya, but no, we didn't get that. Not bitter. I'm not bitter. But, yeah. And I don't know if it's just the fucking subtitles on Crunchyroll, right? Because that's where I watch it. The fucking subtitle said LOL. I can't fucking take. Like, the scene was already goofy enough as it is. I don't need the fucking subtitles to make it worse. Like, why? But they have, like, a wee mini-series moment, like, afterwards and whatnot, and then they go back to, like, proper, like, the full style and whatnot, not, like, the wee kind of goofy faces they had. And it's like, right, one more question, but let's, like, ask it at the same time, because we're so cool like that. And it's like, so how are you communicating with the outside? And it's like, oh, snap! And it's just like, here's the real chess game. Who can figure out how to work out the other person's communications? So then they can just go destroy it. It's like, oh my god. These guys, honestly, they're just sitting in their wee orbs, like, creating all this hassle, and everyone else has to suffer for it as they just chill in fucking prison in their little golden orbs where nobody can get to them. As such. Oh, like, I can't deal with it. I just love the fact that Mersong looks really good. I love it. So I can't wait till when we go back, like, further on. It's gonna be great. I just like the wee orbs. I like, because I think it's like, in the manga, it's like, they're just like kind of wee boxes. So the fact that it's like, oh, here, it's like a wee orb. It's like, oh, it's kind of cool. But yeah, so we go back to Ashley with Fitzgerald. Basically now trying to come to terms of, like, right, here's what we're going to do and whatnot. It's like, this is what I'm going to do, and you'll let me use the Eye of God. Yeah? Yeah. And Fitzgerald goes, right, you know what? I'll consider it if you let me use your doctor to go, like, heal Margaret. It's like, Margaret? It's like, yes, Margaret. Margaret's in a coma. So I need your doctor to fix her so that she can kill Nathaniel. Remember Nathaniel? You remember he was just trying to kill me, like, not too long ago? That you just stood there and watched like a twat? Yeah, so let's do that. Yeah, cool. And she's just like, well, fuck no, because you just said you want Margaret to try and kill Nathaniel, and isn't Margaret not in a coma because she tried to save Nathaniel? Yeah. And he's like, I don't really feel great about saving somebody to then basically pit two people against each other, try and kill each other. Yeah, fuck that. No deal. So, Fisher's, like, completely unfazed. He just goes, alright, cool. But can I just show you something first? Like, Just a wee teeny wee thing. And Ashley stupidly agrees. It's like, mate, he doesn't really, like, trust you and thinks that you're a terrorist and shit. And you didn't really come to an agreement. You're just gonna go off with him and be like, you know what, aye, just show me this wee thing, even though, like, we didn't agree on something. Aye, let's go. So, we see Margaret, like, in the coma. And, like, Fitzgerald, like, laying it fucking heavy, just being like, oh, you know, how she's so poor and everything like that. Like, see if she could speak right now, she'd be like, oh, just cut off my life support system, all this money that you're putting into me, give it to my homeland and whatnot. And then actually agrees because he just feels bad. Because he says to Kyoka, like, hey, like, I feel, like, helpless because when I see someone struggling, I just see, like, a part of myself in them. And I have to save them from it. So then Kyoka has, like, the wee flashback to, like, back to season 1 where obviously Ashley saved her, like, when she jumped off the train with the bombs on her and whatnot, and obviously he jumped to rip off the bombs and whatnot. And then she just goes, yeah, you know what? That moral take suits you very well. It's like, oh. It does, because he's just so fucking pure, because he's that fucking traumatised. He just doesn't want anyone else to be as traumatised as him. Like, he's just a poor boy. Oh, so, like, with that, we cut back to Mori and crew. Fucking Mori. And, like, he's going on about, like, the whole deal that he made with Fukuzawa, being like, oh yeah, well, I'm only helping yous because I made a deal with Fukuzawa that I would be taking one of yous. Hey hey! And Yusano's like, yeah, you just want me, bitch, don't you? with like, Kenji and Tanizaki be like, wait, what? That is a very bold statement just to randomly come out with. And Mori just being like, yeah, and what of it? And Yusano being like, well, I know for a fact that Fukuzawa won't allow that. And cut to, like, a wee kind of flashback, and it's like Fukuzawa making the deal with Mori and whatnot. And he's like, well, it's a big price to pay, but, like, I have one condition. You do not take Yusano. Yusano is not going to be your assistant again. And Mori, being fucking Mori, lies and says, you know what? He said it would be fine if I wanted you. Bitch! Oh, I fucking hate Mori so much. Honestly, right? See, oh my god. See, next week's episode will explain the anger so well, right? So anime only, if you're very confused about why I'm so fucking angry, you will learn, because next week we will be getting Yusano's backstory, and it's going to fucking hurt, and you're gonna hopefully fucking hate Mori alongside with me, and just know how much of a fucking dick he is for lying about this. I am Cam. So, at the moment, Hirutsu appears to be like, hey, by the way, sorry to interrupt, guys, but, like, I have like, a radio, it's for you. And it's Fitzgerald being like, yo, bitch, I'm sending, like, my girl Margaret your way with the fucking tiger boy. And Tanizaki and Kenji are like, oh, yes, Achuchi's coming. It's like, he's alive. Yay. And it's like, alright, cool, be with you in, like, 20 minutes. See ya. Boop. And then Mori goes, how the fuck does he know where we are? And then, rightfully so, they'll be like, well, he must have used the god of eyes. As a god. You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. And then Mori just goes, yeah, he's a sly bastard. This is probably a trap. He's probably just went and told the police as well. We're fucked. End of episode. It basically just ends on like, yes, it's a trap. Ta-da! Oh, and with that we have the end of the episode and the pain that will come next week. Oh, yous are not ready, anime onlys. Oh, it's a goodie, but oh my god, you're not ready. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. And the pain. Oh, but anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought of the episode. Don't know why I'm saying it. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. It was great. And let me know your high and lows and how you feeling going into like the last half of the season. I I actually can't believe we've only got about like 5 episodes left. Like, what the fuck? I'm scared about where it's going, but still, like, I really hope they do a surprise, like, hey, by the way, second part. Hee hee. I think, like, it would be cool, but I don't know if it's a wee bit high hopes. Given the much how, like, they've teased in the trailers, and not the trailers, the OP. Hoping? But, anyway. So, yeah, anyway, we'll be back next week with the next episode and so forth. So, yeah. So, anyway, until next time, I'm AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!